How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. That short video earlier was actually a week ago when I first started my 4th Gen 3 SGTE. That moment was such an exciting moment. I was so happy that I had to pop myself a bottle of Corona just to celebrate by myself, because, that was just such a huge, success right there, a huge progress that I've done so far. And man, it was just a very happy moment for me. And today I just want to update you guys on my process so far that I did to my 4th Gen 3 SGTE. Alright, so here we go. So far I bought a aftermarket blower valve, each use. I bought it online. And I had to purchase this heating hose here from AutoZone so I could adapt this a little bit further out. I have a shorter heating hose, but it's actually like hitting this filter, so I had to like buy a longer one and extend it out so it'll avoid hitting this filter here. I also use this T adapter to adapt this vacuum line onto the T adapter, and then goes all the way to the manifold. And this line here actually goes down to the fuel filter right here, because it's also a vacuum line as well. And so far for my intake, I purchased this from Prime. Just the silicone hose, this adapter silicone hose, and this part of the pipe and the filter. I got that from Prime. I had to buy this 90-degree angle here and this adapter online. So when I install it, it will look something like this. If I push this in a little bit into the silicone adapter, it'll probably avoid hitting the frame here, but I did not push it all the way down. I just want to tug it in so you guys will get an idea how it's gonna look like. Alright, so going to the bottom, I have this red heating hose here adapt to the intake pipe, and I got this 90-degree adapter here from Home Depot. This here will go into that, because this line down here, this one, that's also a vacuum line as well. So I adapt that, and it goes all the way here into the intake pipe. This black hose here, the line down here is also a vacuum line as well. So originally this will go into the OEM intake on the Caldina, but since I don't have the original intake, I have to modify it, so it will go all the way and then back into this vacuum line here, so it will suck air from the intake. And the other thing I want to show to you guys is actually this O2 sensor here. When I received the harness from Wire Gap, this adapter here, I wasn't sure what this is for, because I got everything connected except this one here, which is wide open. And I was doing some research and turned out that it was for the O2 sensor. I had an idea it might be an O2 sensor, but I just wasn't sure exactly which one that's going to fit onto this. It's actually a MR2 turbo O2 sensor. So I got this on Amazon, and it came in like a few days ago. And when I plug it in, it fit just right. It pops right in. And another issue that I ran into was actually my throttle cable. So as you can see, I had it zip tied down like this, because there used to be a very huge play. If I were to put this onto this bracket, there'll be like a very huge play. If I press the gas pedal all the way to the floor, I barely had any acceleration. So I had to zip tie like this, so there wouldn't be any play on the cable. And after I zip tied this down, there's no more play. When you step on the gas pedal, you'll feel the acceleration right away. There will be no play at all, which is good, because I was pretty concerned at first, and I had to reach out to one of my buddies down in Fresno, and he told me that he took his 6th Gen to a shop, and they had to wheel like a bracket right here onto the manifold, so he could attach this onto that little bracket. He showed me a photo, but having that bracket welded onto the manifold wasn't really my taste. So I was thinking about maybe customize a bracket that will extend itself all the way up here. So that's just one of my goals that I wanted to do later on. But for now, this is good enough. Zip tying this down you know, and avoiding that play, you know, that's a huge plus for me. All right, there's something else I want to show you guys. It's regarding to my tack. When I first got my motor to start, my tack wasn't working, so one of my buddy, he advised me to purchase this a while back, and that's what I did. This help to make your tack work. I bought this from Prime. I got them hooked up, so it's working just fine, but this thing is making this clicking noise. I find it very annoying, so I'm gonna try to reroute this and maybe have this, you know, bolt down somewhere in the engine bay, so you know that clicking noise wouldn't be so annoying. So I wouldn't be able to hear that clicking noise inside my car. Right now it's just kind of messy. I haven't really like tucked everything in because I'm still trying to, you know, trying to get my motor to run properly. All right, so the last thing I am working on is actually my power steering. Last week I realized that my pressure line here was actually leaking. It was leaking from this area of the hose between this middle piece and the hoses. Is actually leaking from in here. If you wipe it down and you just let it sit for like a few minutes, and you start seeing like fluid coming out from here. So might as well get it changed, so I don't have to worry about that later. I already ordered this, so it should be here tomorrow in the afternoon. And once I pick that up, I can reinstall it and try and see if my power steering will work. All right, so this is the power steering pumps. This is from my 4th gen, and this is off a 5SFE. I bought this online. My original one was leaking really bad from around this area. It was leaking really bad, so I bought this online. It's used, but you know, the seller said that it's working properly. There is no leak or anything like that. And I decided that I want to use the power steering pump from the 5S motor because it have this air control valve. I was doing some research, and it says that this air control valve has actually helped push any air bubble that's inside the pump out from these two small tubes right here. But as for the 4th gen power steering pump, it doesn't have it. So I just thought that maybe, you know, it's a better idea to go with the 5SFE power steering pump versus the 4th gen 3SGD power steering pump, because this one here doesn't have the air control valve sensor. Yeah, this one does. All right, guys, so that is it for my update. I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day.